What's up, everybody? Nerdity Absurdity here, doing a review of my action figure shelf. I spent some time. I didn't like the way it was looking for a while. Well, I was happy with it at first, but I've been looking at the same thing for a while. So I decided to go back and change some things up so that the shelves all look different. So here we have the big boys. This is the very top of the shelf. You got some of these ones we've seen before: Darkseid, Doc Ock, Superposable Spider-Man, and Planet Hulk there in the background. He's lost the fringe top of his hat. He fell over once or something, and I can't find it. So that's a bit of a shame. Anyways, these big boys, they weren't displayed at all for a bit. They were out around the room, and they were there to entertain during Christmas, wearing Santa hats and tinsel and things like that. So I changed that up. Here we have the X-Men shelf. I've totally rejigged this one. There's a couple of new figures here. Most notably, we got the Juggernaut back there. I'm just using the lighting here because it's natural lighting, but some of these places will look a little bit dark. Anyway, big old Juggernaut. That's the select Juggernaut figure. Yeah, he's really good. He's really cool. The paint on him is amazing, and he's a big hunk of plastic. 45 bucks. Can't go wrong with that. Some other notable mentions we got over here in the corner. We got this Storm is actually, that's the head off of Ironheart. I thought it was a cool, different look. Nice to have for her there. And in the back, we have Apocalypse Wave Wolverine fighting. This is X-Men movie Mystique. But she's transforming into Wolverine. I thought that was kind of cool and funny. And here we have a bunch of our projectile fighters. Just trying to lay into Juggernaut over here. And then, of course, Juggernaut has laid waste to his brother Charles' hover chair. Jean Graves comforting him while Rogue tries to touch him and zap all of his power. Don't know if she's going to be able to do that with that magic helmet on. And then here we have a smaller little battle going on where Beast is giving it to Deadpool. Deadpool's bad here because you know what? Deadpool, Juggernaut, they were in that Deadpool 2 movie together. Why not? It's your shelf. You can do what you want. So here's a display I didn't think I would be doing. This is an Iron Man display. Most of these Iron Mans, I was not planning on collecting any Iron Mans, really. I wanted one for like an Avengers team or whatever. But I managed to get three of the ones you see here, three of the ones in the center. They were $10 each. I got them basically to kit bash, but I like them. So I have an Avengers display, Iron Man display of all these Iron Mans, Ironheart, and you got Iron Man AI down there, but he strikes me as kind of a classic Iron Man, so I like him. And then there's another mark, I don't know what that one is down, being stepped on by Obadiah Stane. Put the Tony Stark open mask on this guy, and then here's Obadiah Stane. I like this figure. I like Obadiah Stane there, the Jeff Bridges likeness, very nice. And of course, Ironmonger. Ironmonger didn't make my top 10 of the year list or whatever that was, and mostly that's because you can see there's little bits here, like I left that, there's fiddly bits that just kind of pop off him and stuff like that, the shoulder pads too, so that was annoying me at first. I don't like figures that are overly fiddly out the box, but yeah, here's the thing here. Yeah, he's pretty good in display. I love him stomping on people, and he's got Ironheart there, and you can do a lot with a lot of. I love having big teams fight a big figure, so he's grown on me. He's grown on me a lot, and he's got these like the bullets flying out, and he's firing off into the air because it's the joint. It's a little hard to pose and stuff like that. And there in the corner, we got Iron Man. In fact, this is a little dark, so I'm just gonna lighten this up a little bit. Yeah, that's Mark III Iron Man, $40. This is Marvel Legends, whatever, anniversary, 10th anniversary, whatever it was. I like this figure. This was the Iron Man I wanted to get, and he's kit bashed with a whole bunch of different blasting effects from different figures. And then here we have Rhodey. I took his helmet off so we could see his face because he hadn't been displayed with the face for a while, and it's cool. All the effects are cool and whatnot. Again, I have issues with the figure, but again, over time, you're kind of like, okay, how can I actually use this figure with its limitations, and they become less. And then Stealth Suit Iron Man. Again, I got him to kit bash, $10 from a seller, I think off of Facebook or something like that. And yeah, it's a cool looking figure, especially with the lights. I'm not familiar with this character at all, but Yeah, he's just shiny in that dark blue, and that's just kind of cool and awesome. And here in the corner, we just have some miscellaneous stuff. I love Walgreens. I didn't really see the face of my Walgreens figure, the way he was displayed before, so I wanted him to face forward, and Groot's giving him a little pat on the head. Just a funny, cheeky moment. We got Boom Boom and Negasonic Teenage Warhead here. I'm just kind of piling things up because I have them. I wasn't sure if I was going to box some of these or have everything on display, but everything's on display right now, so that's nice. This is actually the only action figure that's not being displayed right now. It's Two-Face, and he is being used as a round marker for the IDW Batman game that I've been playing. He's a good figure. Look at that. Look at that face. It's a face only a mother could love. Really cool Greg Capullo design. He's even got the little coin there and everything. We have Cowboy Wolverine, who I really like. Giving it to Love Triangle Wolverine. He's beat up. He's clearly, this is the end of the fight here. Somebody's come out the victor. I like this. I like doing things with the display where it actually looks like there's a scene going on or multiple scenes, even though there's these small vignettes going on in the corner and this big scene that has nothing to do with them. I like just things that look like things when people just stack up their action figures. They're just standing vanilla, and it's almost like you might as well just put them in a glass box or something like that. It's not interesting, it's not fun. I get it, people have a lot of figures, they want to display them all, but having them all just stand there, for me, that's kind of boring. But I mean, you do your display the way you want to do. Here's the DC shelf again. Not too much has changed. The left-hand corner is the same. We got Communist Supermans over there. A couple of different fights going on. We got McFarlane, 84 Wonder Woman, squaring off against Catwoman over there. We got my favorite Batman that I own there is the Three Jokers Batman is blasting his grapple gun. Can you even see that? Yeah, a little bit. He's blasting his grapple gun at Harley, who's about to put the smack on Wonder Woman there. Yeah, just there's a lot of interplay, and then we have just these sinister figures working in the background. Literally Sinestro lurking in the background. And here's another shelf that's also kind of DC. We got Azrael and Flash. Again, I've talked about Flash before. He's very posable, which is why I like him. His joints aren't loose, but they're not super stiff either, so he's good to get into certain poses, and he's got a certain flexibility, which you'd want from the Flash. Azrael's just kind of cool looking. And then here's Animated Justice League. I think these are all DC icons and whatnot. Yeah. What are they? DC Direct? They're either DC Direct or DC Icons. I can't remember. But yeah, these are, I mean, I would probably go for more realistic figures, but these are the only real representations of these figures that I think are coming close. This is a McFarlane here. Mr. Cyborg, cartoon Cyborg. Again, the kind of Ray Fisher Cyborg. Something about it doesn't do it for me. The McFarlane one, the Mafex ones, I think look pretty good. They're more expensive though, and it's not a character it's a character I like, but it's not a character where I'm like, oh, I have to have this inexpensive figure yet. Maybe we'll get there someday. He's a good-looking figure, but this arm, the left arm over there, pops right out. You know, a breeze falls. These figures, they have trouble standing. Look at those tiny feet. I know it's animated series, but oh my goodness, the design. It's like, again, a breeze and they fall over. But yeah, this is my favorite version of Aquaman. The kind of blonde beard and long blonde hair, shirtless, and the hook arm, which he got from saving his infant son from death. This guy was just a badass. That cartoon, I mean, all respect to Jason Momoa, the animated Justice League cartoon was doing badass Aquaman long before you. I do love Jason Momoa in that role, though. He's great. And we got classic Manhunter over there. Wanted him in just kind of a stoic pose. And then Hawkgirl. I love Hawkgirl. She's sardonic and wry and spunky. Yeah, but I mean, I can't really, they're not really... I know they have a new McFarlane Manhunter figure. They have a new McFarlane Manhunter figure that's coming out. So that'll probably be pretty cool, honestly. But, yeah, until I get my paws on that, this is the boy. So I kind of got a cartoon team over there. And then here, down on the ground, we have... What do we got here? We have lots of stuff going on. So I have a bunch of Thanai. and I wanted to have my Thanai all doing something, all fighting someone. So they're all fighting someone. And yeah, here in the corner, we got Mighty Thor and Thanos, and they're squaring off, and Thanos is grabbing the hammer. Then we have this is Skrull Wave thing, and actually, one of you fall over. I don't think you did. There we go. Boop boop. Let me just. Maybe this needs to go down a bit. Ugh. So there, yeah, there they go. I just wanted to fix that for a little bit. They're fighting each other. They're squaring off just a little bit. You can see they're punching each other. They're having a bit of a smackdown. And then here, oh, poor Scott. Poor Scott. What have they done to you, Scott? Disney Select. Thanos is punching you right in the face. Can you laser beam yourself out of that? Sorry, concussive force blast your way out of that with your solar-powered concussive ruby quartz force blast. I don't know, Scott. Maybe you will. And then here we have Batgirl deciding not to ride the Bat Cycle today. Just chilling like a villain, looking really cool, leaning up against that super cool purple motorcycle. He's still got the movement effects on the bottom, but that's okay. And then here we have a nice little love scene with our Gambit and our Juggernaut Wave Rogue. Because, sometimes you like that. Sometimes you want to stop fighting and, just have some fun. And then we have Dr. Doom about to be shot in the head by Dr. Doom. And that's always cool. That's always fun. Yeah, why not? Really like this. What is it? I think this is also the Skrull Wave Doctor Doom. The one in the back is good too. The kind of classic retro Doctor Doom. He's got more of the Robin Hood colors going on. But this dude, he also comes with more effects, the fellow in the back. But this dude, yeah, man, just really, really cool, really nice figure. The darker paints and things like that. He's just a boss. Got some display in the background. I like to display the boxes when they look good. You'll notice some of these old Star Wars cans in my display as well. Those are way, way back from when the Phantom Menace came out. I've had them for years and just started displaying them. Then here we got Woody and Buzz, just old toys. I left some room here in case I got new figures. I can put them up here. And then here we have it's background of technology, old technology. I like old technology. It looks cool and makes for a cool background. And a bunch of these Disney Infinity Star Wars figures. Darth Maul over here is brand new. He's the most expensive one here. He costs $15. Everything else was like $3 or $4 in this Infinity shelf. These are all, except for Darth Maul, dollar store items. I just thought Darth Maul looked cool, so hadn't seen him around. And then here we got some Disney. And then here we got some Avengers. Not much. I don't collect these rapidly. It's like if I see these in, you don't see them so much anymore, but you see them in a dollar store or something. You pick them up. They're $4, that kind of thing. Here's the Spider-Man shelf. It's gone through a bit of a revamp. This corner with Jameson and MJ and Pizza Spidey and Peter Parker is basically the same. But here's some new things. Here is it's the Mezco 112 Collective Spider-Man, and he is super cool. I love this Spider-Man. He looks so good. He looks so cool. He looks great. He's an action figure in an actual costume. You can see that kind of there. He's got an actual costume on, and it looks so good. It's Spider-Man wearing a suit. It's not a cheap figure, but I did get a pretty good price on him at the convention there. He's fighting off against Electro. He comes with different heads, and he's got kind of a Ditko head. I kind of wish I had put that Ditko head on him. Maybe I will at some point, but I don't want to fiddle around with stuff too much. And he's fighting off against the Retro Wave Electro, or Vintage Wave. I don't remember what it's called. And then here we have Spider-Man Select, Disney Select. This was the first figure I got when I was really getting into figures. I got like a knockoff of like Wolverine or something like that. I didn't know anything at the time. Please don't at me, everybody. I didn't know anything at the time. I was just like, oh, this is an action figure, I'll get it. But this is the first figure I got when I was really getting into. I wanted a Spider-Man figure. I did my research. This one looked cool. It came with a bunch of stuff, camera and different heads and things like that. It's got that Peter Parker head. It also has a masked head. He's got a mask he can hold in his hands, a bunch of stuff. He's a little bit bigger, so I've paired him up against Monster Venom. That height difference is actually pretty good. That works out pretty well because Venom's nice and big and beefy. But this fellow, let's give a little light here as well, if I may. Oop, not that color. There we go. Nice and bright. We can see everything now. Yeah, so that height difference between Monster Venom and Spider-Man Select looks pretty good. I like that. And then here in the back, this is another new one. We got Revoltech Spider-Man. Look at that posing. Like, look, that's a thing you can do with him. My only sadness about this figure is because he's a part of the display, I can't play with him ever. I kind of want to have a version just to have on my desk so I can just play with and pose almost like a fidget toy or something like that. It's kind of an expensive fidget toy, but he's so cool. Some things about him are weird. I don't have a problem with the joints looking weird. Somebody described Revoltech as it's like a puzzle. You kind of got to hide things if you're worried about those joints. There's two ways you can approach it. Either you can say, hey, I'm getting posability. Some of these joints are going to look a little weird. Who cares as long as I get him into a good pose? Or you can say, well, he's a puzzle. Maybe I can kind of hide things. I can kind of twist things around and make it look a little better. I love the fact that there's not another action figure that can get into a pose like this, and be displayed. Even superposable Spider-Man, he's too big to get on a pose in a flight stand. You need a custom flight stand. You want him to do something like that. And even see how the leg is like, you can get like cartoonish lines of action. Like his leg is curving back there. That's crazy. I love that. One qualm I have, this arm back there kind of pops right out with not too much pressure. I guess that's a thing with Revoltech. I think maybe they go over time, just the way they're made. Anyway, he's fighting Mysterio over here. Mysterio looks pretty cool. Gotta say, he's a pretty cool looking figure. Not gonna lie. Now here we got some more DC. We got a bunch of stuff. We got the, here's John Stewart there. And he's squaring off against Mezco 112 Collective Wonder Woman. She's my first Mezco. This is the classic Linda Carter. Linda Carter. I always have to think, is it Linda Carter or Linda Hamilton? No, Linda Hamilton is Terminator, of course. And then we have classic Batman. He looks kind of white, washed out. Let's see if I can fix that here real quick. There's Blue Batman, classic Blue Batman. He's pretty cool. It's a McFarlane toy. Gave him a sword because why not? Yeah, let's just look over here. We got some of those. You've seen these figures before in reviews and things like that. And this is just just the shelf where I put everybody else. I love pairing Doc Brown and Kong over there. Yeah, I don't have huge rooms full of things. I got a couple of displays, and I like to pose them up to make little scenes and things like that because it's fun. That's why you collect action figures. Anyway, that's the collection. I don't have huge cases full of things. I have a couple of figures, and I like to display them and put them in scenes and things like that because that's the fun of action figures, posing them in action poses. But I want to do some more compare and contrast reviews because I got a lot of different iterations of different characters. I want to do more action figure versus. I probably won't be doing that for a while, simply because I have everything displayed in a way I like it. So this is also what this video is about, just kind of saying why that's not going to happen for a bit. Eventually I will. Eventually I'll get bored of looking at things and want to change them, and then I'll probably do more action figure versus. But I mean, for the name time, keep collecting, stay nerdy, and be kind. Cheers.